Hi everyone, I'm Zeiss, and on this channel I turn you into an RPG master. So, if that's something you're interested in, make sure to smash the subscribe button and keep in touch. Now there's this Diablo 4 patch 1.51 update on the official Blizzard site. Let's see what it's about, and before we proceed I would like to remind everyone that if you want to be a good player, you need to make well-informed and adequate decisions, and those don't usually come from TLDR videos. So that's why on this channel, we're not gonna do that stupid bullshit, okay? Let's move on here. Now, while this may not be true, let's see what they cooked for us, right? The spoils of gold chest is now reusable. Oh boy. If that's like the other chests, where we just keep on clicking and spamming skill and clicking, I don't know. I don't think that's a good idea actually. Maybe they should do like the others with the way the gold was, so we can like just pick it and move on. But I don't think that's a good idea. Maybe people complained, I don't know, none of my community did. So let's see what else. Sound effects that play when picking up burning ether have been updated to be more prominent. Sounds promising, definitely has to be play tested, like to verify how more prominent they are, but looks good. Looks like they're also buffing the other mechanics of the infernal hordes, because you probably know that Hellborn is the most rewarding, but that could also be the case if you're just using one same mechanic, so maybe those were kinda lacking. I'm thinking will have to be play tested, but judging from what it says here, it should be really good. But focusing mostly on one mechanic should make your run pretty good. Okay, let's see, user interface and user experience. Trade chat is now separated by world tier. I don't actually trade, and I don't use this chat, only maybe with friends, like when we want to swap some materials and things, like to do runs together, especially on bosses, because that's when I usually party up or like to buff friends. But I think this is really helpful because people are probably spamming this chat. Players will now be notified when there's a new patch update available, so that's gonna be in-game. That's pretty good, so we don't have to check every now and then. Maybe that's gonna be really good, especially for the console players, I'm thinking. So let's see. Party leaders can now promote another party member to be the new leader. Yeah, sounds fair, but like, is it gonna be through a vote or something? Is it gonna be a democracy or demonocracy? Let's find out when it releases. Newly created characters are now always placed at the top of the character list. Oh no. No, no, no. No, no. Size does not approve. No. Clan name can now be changed. Okay, perfect. That's good. Misc. All players will receive a cache of legendary items with guaranteed greater affixes to make up for the issues seen in patch 1.5.0, where players were not getting items with guaranteed greater affixes from multiple sources. But what, they're gonna compensate us for each such source? Like each time we had access to it, or just one cache? I don't know, this sounds very funny to me, but RNG, to be honest, RNG is not so good for me this season. It's just like one of the worst, but still clearing hordes tier 8 on hardcore, and it's, I don't know, kinda mid with crappy gear, but does the job. The Alchemist control tampering affix for Rogue. Oh yeah, this was disabled. So they're enabling it again with the following adjustments. Oh, okay. Blur size being removed. Sorry. from rogue innovation and put into alchemist control. Yeah, I think they said they're gonna do that. The ranks of tricked attacks affixes being removed from the alchemist control. Okay. Sorry rogues, but let's see, extra visual effects have been added to the projectile trail of corpse ball to make it easier to track the projectile origin. That sounds like something really good, especially in the infernal hordes when there are like too many of them. That could definitely help, because they disappear too fast, and when there are too many, if you're not killing them fast, those things are actually really dangerous. I remember when the game released, and this was like the most dangerous mob in the game. It killed many people because they were not using the damage reduction affixes on their gear. And yeah, Zeiss definitely approves that one. Let's see the bugs. The bugs, man. Hope it's beast in the ice. that thing is just wrong. Well, let's see. Fixed an issue where a non-functional setting for red on hover was present. Okay. Fixed an issue where the screen reader announced Roman numerals as letters. Oh yeah, Diablo Eve. Diablo Eve launching. I tested it, I know, I mean, it's not good. Let's see if at least it pronounces their game right. User interface and user experience. Okay, fixed an issue. Please let us pick the items on the tormented bosses, because when you kill a tormented boss, when you defeat it and the items are on the ground, when you go pick them, it interacts with the stupid fucking altar. That's so dumb. I don't know, I have to like zoom in, zoom out, move around, push the button like crazy just to pick my loot. And I'm like, when I'm on console, which is where I usually play, I'm like the least effective player in the boss rotations because of this stupid bug. And everybody's like already tipping in town, already sold or salvaged, or why not even make changes to their build or whatever, and I'm still trying to pick up the loot, you know, and sometimes it's good. Anyway, let's see. Fixed an issue where character stats were inaccurate in town when certain items were equipped. That has been like always the case, so that's why I'm checking at the dummy area, because it's out of town, right? Fixed an issue where the 2 tip for infernal compasses had 2 instances of compass affixes. Yeah, and one of my friends told me last night on my stream that they actually didn't see also the monster level on them, so that's kind of weird. Let's see what else. Fixed an issue where the name of the Echo version displayed as Tormented Echo version. Okay, I didn't notice that actually. Very weird. Probably I didn't kill the regular one. Probably, yeah. That's what they mean here. The regular means was displayed was tormented. Anyway, let's move on. Fixed an issue where an error could display when comparing an ancestral mythic unique item. Wow, okay. I gotta try that before they patch it. I didn't notice. Fixed an issue where the whisper icon for defeating the Blood Maiden overlapped the icon for the accursed ritual on the map. Huh. Let's see. Yeah, I get it. Okay. But it's at the same place anyway, but possibly for the tracking part of the quest or the whisper itself. That's probably where it gets tricky. Fixed an issue where the icons for infernal offerings were inconsistent between the minimap and the world map within the infernal hordes. The minimap is actually very inconsistent with things, and you can also easily know what is dropping. Actually, the loot, especially like legendary things, unique, you can see them on the minimap before they appear next to your character or on the screen. Basically, outside of the minimap, they show on the minimap first. So hopefully that's one of those things. Let's see what else. It's Infernal Offerings though, related. Okay. Fixed an issue where the treasure goblin in Helltide could leave behind the portal indefinitely. Oh boy, that's gonna be fun to watch. Never happened to me, but I usually when I see them, it's just like the portal and they're like never there. Fixed an issue where the visual effects for poison could remain indefinitely on enemy corpses if they were killed while poisoned. Well, corpses despawn anyway, like they disappear. Right? Fixed an issue where thorns granted by the thorns while fortified tampering affix did not display the character's stats. Yeah, like I said, that was like always the case with some stats. Fixed an issue where players using a controller would be sent to the equipment inventory tab when using an abyssal scroll. Oh yes, that is so unpleasant. Yeah, that's very unpleasant on console. And on top of that, this thing does not have multi-apply function. You just gotta activate it, then scroll back to the consumables tab, then use it once, then go back to the consumables tab again, activate it, then find the compass, then oh boy, that's just such a nightmare. So I'm glad it's kind of being fixed. Hopefully they apply some kind of multi-apply function where you just apply it and you can apply it all over again without having to go to use the scroll. Because that thing is just terrible. I don't know. What a nightmare. I know it's more expensive to just craft them with the cultist, but it's faster, right? Probably many people do that instead. Fixed an issue where the minimap was not accurate in certain Infernal Hordes instances. I haven't actually noticed, but there's so much going on screen on the Infernal Hordes, especially in like the higher tier. On the higher tiers, and if you don't deal much damage, there's gonna be a lot of stuff happening on your screen, probably. Senseless PoE style combat. Okay, not saying anything bad about PoE, it's just it can be bad at certain things, right? Not very healthy things for the game in there, and they're kind of making their way in Diablo, so I hope that's not gonna be the case. We'll see about that, because the current flow of the combat is pretty much very solid. Let's see about the gameplay. They fixed an issue where the Hellborn did not spawn as frequently as intended when the Hellfire Infernal offering was active. That's actually true. And I would usually not pick this if another Hellborn option was available. I would like leave it for last because it's just not spawning them as much. Okay, that's good. Fixed an issue where the Stalking Devil Infernal Offering pedestal could appear again after being interacted with. That's weird. Fixed an issue where the Withered Wanderer Infernal Offering reduction to all resistance did not actually reduce resistance. Well, to be honest, I think they made a mistake here, because if you are overcapped on resistances, maybe it's actually reducing those, not the actual maximum value. Let's say you have 70, but you have I don't know, like 100 fire resistance. So if they reduce by 20, it should not make it 60, it should make it 80. But since 80 is above the maximum of 70, you gotta still display 70. So hopefully that's the case and they don't reduce the maximum resistance, because that shit's just gonna be stupid. I'm gonna say it like that. That's just gonna be real stupid. I don't know. I don't think like it, because overcapping is usually a thing, especially on hardcore, and it happens when you use like 3 diamonds and you have pretty well done Paragon board. It's usually slightly overcapped. Resistances are slightly overcapped, Not to mention, they change uniques in such ways that they grant, I'm gonna say it, shitload of resistance, like Tyrell's Might. What is this 60 something resistance? Nobody actually needs those. Oh, let me guess. Probably those who wanna focus on actually dealing more damage. But you're gonna deal what, 10% more damage? I don't know. I think it's just too much. Okay, let's move on here. Fixed an issue where the local co-op play where one player could collect the other player's burning ether after that player died. Okay, yeah, that sounds funny. I haven't played co-op in a while, so I can't confirm this, but if someone dies with me on hardcore, they just remain dead, right? Quests and dungeons. Okay, fixed an issue where the player could respawn on the other side of the objective while protecting locale tuning to the edge of the abyss quest. That's the new seasonal quest. Okay, fixed an issue where monsters could endlessly spawn during the seating mounting quest. Okay, that sounds interesting. Probably gonna be a good leveling tactic. I don't know. We gotta find this. Fix the issue where the Easter tornado encountered during the Rising Hells quest could persist indefinitely. Oh boy. Oh boy. Sounds like good leveling to me. Fix the issue where progression in the sense of the willing quest could be blocked if the player died during the ritual. How would I know, right? Fix an issue where the second spider color monsters in Sirocco caverns could fail to spawn, preventing progression. Yeah, those progression blockers are like all over the place, but I'm kind of glad that they find them, because that's a really good thing. I definitely approve, right? Fixed an issue where Stormbane Rat didn't deal damage. Not so wrathful after all. Yeah, it wasn't actually. I liked it the way it is without dealing damage, because it was a lot of damage, right? But at the higher tiers, usually with a strong character, just didn't matter much. Anyway, you can just tank it while tanking other stuff from other attacks, no matter what. So we should be fine here, even when this gets enabled again. It's an actually cool mechanic to dodge and provides a more versatile combat opportunity, right? Fixed an issue where the aspect of inevitable fate could not appear on chest armor through a seasonal questline reward. Okay, and could Prudent Heart go to a shield now? Cause that's gonna be a really good thing if it does. Let's see. Okay, what else? Fixed an issue where the Tormented Echo version of the Beast in the Eyes dropped the same amount of dose as the normal version, right? Pincushion dose. Fixed an issue where the visual effect, but there's nothing about the entire area killing people. Fixed an issue where the visual effects of the death trap, of the concealment were not properly visible for other players. That's a raw thing to do, right? Fixed an issue where the higher ranks of Firewall did not have the blue flame effect. Well, that's what made it cool, right? That's weird. Fixed an issue where the dungeon whispers did not appear in the Scouring Sand Zone. Fixed an issue where multiple shade totems could be spawned by swapping weapons when using the Umbra Crux. Oh boy, this item, they disabled its effect and enabled it. It's like really broken. I'm probably not making any builds with it. Not now, at least. And especially having in mind how they changed the shadow uniques, some of that shit's dumb. Honestly, that's my opinion. Let's be real here. This needs a lot of work, I think, and especially that weapon. I don't know. It's lacking. It's combining two different things. not in a very good way, I think. Fixed an issue where baneful hearts could be lost when using a cursed altars after Helltide ended. So yeah, that persists. Fixed an issue where a small number of affixes couldn't roll as greater affix, such as the Blood Orbs restore essence affix on Blood Artisans. Oh, tell me about it. That's actually a chess piece I'm using. And yeah, it couldn't roll. Okay, fixed an issue where the player could get stuck when interacting with the world tier statue in Kyovashat and using town portal at the same time. I think that's actually an old problem that they said it was fixed. That's strange. I think I've read this in the previous patch. Fixed an issue where leave dungeon ability couldn't be used to leave cellars. Wow, okay. Those are like emergent effects from previous patches, because they have like, I think, 3 teams working on the game. One for the expansion, one for the odd, one for the even season. So, you know, they fix one thing, they break 50 others. They might be applying the patch to a wrong build, and yeah, things like that could happen. Okay. Fixed an issue where the Echo of Lilith sometimes couldn't be staggered during the first phase of the encounter. Well, yeah, that's a good thing, but people probably just go there and one shot to the second phase, especially on those old builds which are now improved with those new items. Fixed an issue where the Echo of Lilith could remain in the air indefinitely if staggered immediately after landing. I think I've seen this before, and it's it kept then. No, actually, what I've seen was like it kept attacking and doing the spikes attack. That's probably good for training, but only if you know how to do it. Fixed an issue where the Echo of Lilith would not progress to the second stage of the encounter in certain circumstances. Yeah, that's one of the things I was actually talking about. It just keeps doing those waves, keeps doing them, and never ends. Fixed an issue where summoned lightning spear would not consume stacks of crackling energy or grant the damage increase bonus. Well, that was probably a really good bug for the Orc players, but this at the same time maybe not so much. Okay, at least they got it right, hopefully this time, because they released a hotfix the other day. It was a server side update, not client side update, and they kinda nerfed this Sorc anyway, so at least hopefully this makes up for it. Fixed an issue where certain affixes were not affected by masterworking for the following unique items. Okay, no necro uniques looks like. The Oculus, Blue Rose, Storm's Companion. Okay, so that's the Sorc. I think that's the Druids. Blue Rose. What was that? Anyway, whatever it is, not necro. We don't give a damn. Just messing with you, but just maining necro as usual. I haven't played the other classes in a while, so that might be a thing I'm gonna do this season. We'll see about that, depending on the mood. Fixed an issue where the player couldn't interact with various objects. Yeah, probably that's the one of the things I was trying to explain earlier with controller when we killed the tormented boss. The items on the ground were really hard to pick because the controller was interacting with the altar instead. Fixed an issue where Blood Howl did not grant stealth when waxing Gibbers Gibbers was equipped. Okay, that's strange. Druids rejoice, I guess. Misk fixed an issue where the corpses of Duriel and Grigor did not despawn soon after dying. Yeah, I think I noticed this one, they just become darker and I'm sorry, and they just stay there. various UI visual stability and performance improvements. So okay, let's wrap it up. It was mostly buffs. On the most important thing I think is buff on the Hell Horde, Inferno Hordes, because everybody's playing that because it's like most rewarding, and maybe the only reason to get out of it is go to the Helltide, farm the Blood Maiden, and get like 2 or 3,000 cinders, go collect the chest, get those boss materials, and get back to the Horde for more materials and gold to upgrade. Yeah, and for those Stygian stones, then do bossing. So it's like the main activity to do this season. No wonder, right? Uh, I think we've seen like quite good changes here. Hope you guys approve of them. I think they're really good getting there. They're probably getting there, but the usual thing, I'm gonna say it again. When they put Diablo back into the game, I would consider this game actually fully released and might actually review it then. We'll see about that. There's not much more to add here, so I'm gonna thank you guys for watching. This video, it's like too long now for this patch, I think. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one. Zeiss out. Take care.